24/7 Lamb Productions presents The Walk, Episode 11.
The next day, we went bike riding through Missoula. Hugh showed us around and we had a great time beer and wine tasting. A few times Chase mentioned getting back on the road, but we all just ignored him. It surprised me how different Chase was on this walk. Liz was right about him, but it wasn't just Chase. Spending 24/7 with your friends can be an eye-opening experience. Chase wasn't the fun, adventuring hippie I thought he was. And Anders wasn't a sarcastic asshole all the time. We had several serious talks that surprised me, and I was floored when he actually offered advice about Liz. As far as Liz goes, she wasn't as nice as I thought. That's not to say she was mean, but sometimes she came across as snobby and stuck up. A pre-coffee Liz was almost unbearable to be around. I wonder what everyone thought about me. Did I meet their expectations, or was I different to them now that we were always around each other? The next day, Hugh drove us to where he picked us up, by the Missoula airport. We all said our goodbyes and he drove off. I went through my iPod, chose War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells, put it in my earbuds and started walking. We walked through Clinton, Drummond, Gold Creek, and Garrison. We continued along 90 till we hit Butte. Days were bright, sunny, and peaceful. We developed a good pattern for walking. Wake up around 7, start walking at 8, rest for lunch around noon, then wait until it got dark. We were making good distances each day, which made Chase happy. After Butte was Whitehall, Cardwell, Three Forks, and Belgrade.
Man, I could never live in a small town like this.
Why?
Nothing to do. When Walmart is the highlight of your town, that's sad.
Most of these towns don't even have a Walmart. Most barely have a McDonald's.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, it's not like St. Petersburg's a large metropolitan.
No, but it's a decent size. It's that fine medium between small town and bustling city.
Bustling?
You know, as to bustle.
Sometimes your vocabulary shocks me.
Because I'm smarter than you thought? I'm not a retard, Liz.
Can you not use that word?
Bustling?
You know what word I'm talking about, Anders.
Retard?
I hate that.
You hate retards? Now come on, Liz, that's fucking cruel.
The word, not the people, you idiot.
Why do you always call me an idiot? It's like your go-to word for me.
Is it really that surprising?
Not surprising, just rude.
When we reached Bozeman, it was bright and early in the morning. We stopped at a small cafe for breakfast, even though Chase wanted to keep walking. We all sat at the crowded bar.
So I'm looking at our options. We can cut over to 310 and head into Wyoming. Or we can continue along 90, which will take us into Billings, and then eventually Wyoming.
So either way, we go through Wyoming.
You have something against Wyoming?
I don't know shit about Wyoming.
We have to start cutting down soon. It makes no sense to go all the way into North or South Dakota. And it looks like if we follow 90, it'll go up north a bit.
You don't want to follow 90.
Sorry?
The man next to us in the dirty plaid shirt and the torn jeans sipped his coffee. His tan, wrinkled skin and gray hair reminded me of my granddad.
You don't want to go through the Crow Reservation. Not on foot anyway.
Crow reservation?
It's dangerous.
Okay, calm down, Hitchcock. I think we'll be okay.
He's not talking about birds, idiot.
Again?
It just comes out.
I thought only pre-coffee Liz was a bitch. Turns out post-coffee Liz is equally bitchy.
It's one thing to drive through, but if you're gonna sleep on their land...
Apparently the guy knew we were walking. He must have seen us on the side of the road.
You think they'd be upset?
They don't care for us white folks much.
Can't imagine why.
Anders, let's not get political.
He started it.
If I were you, I wouldn't walk through any tribe land. Where are you heading to?
Key West.
Chase is always proud to answer that question.
That's one hell of a track. There's some tribes in Wyoming, but the Crows, you gotta be careful. Take 310. That's your best bet. Best stay away from them tribes, I'm telling you.
This is getting awkward.
Right there with you. The man quickly jumped into a long and what seemed to be thought-out rant. He really, in his words, did not like those tribes folk. After warning us for the 5th time, he finished his coffee, grabbed his check, and went to the cashier. He then came back to introduce himself.
By the way, I forgot to introduce myself. The name's Peter. Good luck on your track, and remember...
We'll stay away from the tribes folk.
Good, good.
When Peter left, we all relaxed a bit.
Okay, so Peter, he was racist, right?
Yes.
Yes. After we ate, Chase and I decided to run to a small convenience store next door to pick up some food since supplies were running low. Anders and Liz stayed back to watch the bags and drink more coffee.
We're gonna have to really stock up soon. There are some long stretches with no towns in Wyoming.
What about water?
And it won't be easy. We're gonna have to bring as much as we can.
Water is heavy.
The longest stretch I saw was about 100 miles. If we push, we could make it through within 3 days. Which wouldn't be too bad, but let's focus on getting to Wyoming first. We're doing good, schedule-wise.
Dude, what is with the schedule?
Nothing. I just think it's good to set goals.
We don't need to rush, so why?
As much as I enjoy being out here, I don't want to be out here forever. We were barely making 15 miles a day with Isaac.
We had also just started.
I told him to practice more. But now we're averaging 25 miles a day.
Okay.
I'm also excited about getting back because of Liz.
Liz? You mean because of the proposal?
Yeah.
I'm excited for you too, but don't rush things.
You don't think I should marry her?
I mean the walk. Don't rush through this experience just because you're excited about the next one.
No, of course not. Hey, we went bike riding with Hugh. We went to jazz night. We've taken rest days.
You never seem too happy about it. It's just... I can't tell if this is new Chase or a different side of Chase I'm seeing.
What does that mean?
Well, old Chase would have been down for a rainbow gathering and meeting new people. There wouldn't be a time crunch. I mean, when we started, you were all about winging it. Then a couple weeks in, you want to plan everything?
So
I feel like I don't know who you are anymore. But I didn't want to say that out loud. So, when we were on that dock, you said you were in this for the experience and the challenge. But I think it's more the latter. What do you have to prove with this walk?
that I can do it?
And?
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what to make of that, but I decided to let it go. We continued to stock up. Anders had given me some money, so I was grabbing him food too. I also needed to make sure to grab another to-go toothpaste. I was almost out.
I'm sorry, though, John.
What?
I'm sorry if I come across as a dick. I know I can be. Sometimes.
Only sometimes. It's alright. I understand. You have something to look forward to when you get back.
Yeah. But sometimes I wonder.
Wonder what?
Never mind.
No, what were you gonna say?
Liz is a cool chick, right?
Yeah?
We just keep fighting.
Uh-oh. People fight.
Yeah.
What is it, man?
Do you ever feel lost?
What the hell was Chase talking about?
I can't believe I'm about to bring this up in the middle of a toothbrush aisle in the local Bozeman's convenience store. I'm just getting the feeling I'm not sure what I'm doing.
But that's what this walk is for.
I know, but I thought I already had things figured out. I'm done with college. We're on an amazing journey. I'm with my best friend, my amazing girlfriend, and Anders is here. But when Liz and I fight, I'm wondering if I'm doing the right thing.
So this is about marriage?
No, this is about my confusion.
You could also hold off until we finish the walk. Don't propose in Key West and give it some more time. At that moment, I didn't know if I was being a good friend giving decent advice or being a shitty friend for trying to talk him out of marrying a girl because I had feelings for her.
I really do like Liz.
I know.
And I'm really enjoying this walk.
I know, man.
I'll stop being a dick.
Sometimes?
All the time. Except to Anders when he's being annoying.
Yeah, but he deserves it. We got back to the diner, repacked our bags with all our new supplies we bought, and took off. We made our way through Springdale, Big Timber, Reed Point, and Columbus. In Columbus, we stayed at a free campground. We took some side roads over to Highway 310 and headed south. We decided to head this way, not because of the old man's warnings of the Crow people, but because it seemed faster. We were closing in on that Wyoming border, and we could all feel it.
The sign! Look, master! The sign!
Are you doing Igor or Hervé Villachez?
I'm not sure.
And you wonder why Liz calls you an idiot.
Actually, I don't.
We walked over to the sign and snapped some pics. My signal was in and out, but I was still able to post it to Facebook with the caption, "New State!" I also texted Isaac and Mom. Both of them were proud. It was now July, but we were making good ground. The land had flattened out, which made it easier to walk. In fact, the land was so flat and barren, it reminded me of a Mad Max movie.
Let's see if we can make it to Cowley or Lovell before it gets dark.
And that's what we did. There was a small creek outside of Lovell that we camped by. I took out my journal and started writing again. I'd stopped for the past week. I was really having trouble. Should I really write about the walk? It was an interesting story, but could I actually make it something? I felt uncomfortable writing about my friends in such intimate detail. I quickly put away my journal. I didn't feel like thinking about it now. We continued down 310, which eventually turned into 20. Most of the small towns we passed through had nothing but a few houses.
When you have a population of 10, are you really a town?
Anders asking the difficult questions.
I mean, really, population 10? That's an extended family living in 2 houses. That's not a town, that's not even a cul-de-sac.
One of the small towns had a McDonald's and we stopped there for dinner.
Now this feels like home.
We found a booth with an outlet near it so we could charge all our electronics. I'd finished War of the Worlds the day before, so I was scrolling through looking for the next book to start.
McDonald's is like a beautiful oasis. With Dr. Pepper.
We really haven't hit much, have we? There's a long stretch coming up of over 100 miles. We need to make sure we stock up before that.
I'm surprised we haven't had more issues with finding water.
The water filter pouch was a good investment. But I'm looking at this map and there aren't any streams on this stretch. We still have about a week before we reach it, but let's make sure we're prepared.
100 miles? That's like 4 days of walking. Piece of cake.
I don't know. I think I've been going through water a lot quicker recently.
Me too. It's hot out there.
Yeah, you're red.
I put sunblock on.
This is the reddest I've ever been. I like it. I'm dirty, sunburned. I feel rugged, like a man's man. I've never been a man's man.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
If I had an axe, I'd chop down a tree right now, if there were any trees around.
Are you guys almost ready? I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but let's try to get a few more miles in before nightfall.
You gonna take a shit?
When in Rome.
Finding places to relieve ourselves wasn't always easy, especially number 2. I hated going to the bathroom off the side of the road. So did everyone else, well, except for Anders. He didn't care.
I don't know why you guys care about going to the bathroom on the side of the road. Taking a shit out in the open is so liberating.
It bothers me how much pleasure you derive from it.
I love it. In fact, I'm intentionally not going to the bathroom right now so I can go later tonight under the stars.
Yeah, that's what we need near our tents.
I always bury it.
I remember in the beginning of the walk, you were dreading taking a shit on the side of the road.
Yes, but I've grown over our journey, Liz. I'm becoming a different person.
Oh, a sunburnt lumberjack that loves crapping outdoors?
Don't dumb it down.
Unlike Anders, I think I'm going to make full use of the available restroom.
You gonna take a shit too?
No, but thanks for asking, Betty.
You're welcome, bestie.
After I went to the bathroom, I threw away my garbage and noticed that Anders and Liz were quiet. When I sat back down, Liz was scowling and shaking her head. What's going on?
You told him?
I looked over at Anders, who sucked in air between his clenched teeth. God damn it, Anders!
It slipped out.
How?
I can't believe you told him.
Liz looked over to the restroom where Chase still was. She jumped out of her seat and went outside. Damn it, Anders.
I'm sorry, it just came up.
How? How did that even happen? You were talking about shitting under the stars. I was gone for less than 2 minutes. I can't believe you told her.
Not in so many words.
Oh, okay. How did it come up?
Well, 1 minute we're talking about shitting outside.
And what happened in the second minute?
There was some awkward silence. I had to fill in the space.
Jesus, man.
It slipped out.
That's what she said.
Oh, man. Chase walked up behind us.
Where's Liz?
She's outside.
Damn it, she better not be smoking.
And what if she tells him now?
She won't do that.
You don't know that. She knows I told you.
It's not the same thing.
But she's pissed at me.
So what? I don't think she would bring it up. She probably just went outside to have a smoke.
What do I do if she tells him?
I don't know. Buy him a double cheeseburger.
Thanks, man. Real help. A few minutes passed when Chase finally came marching back in. He did not look happy. My heart beat faster, my stomach tightened, and my mouth became instantly dry.
John, I need to talk to you. About Liz.
The Walk. Written by Robert M. Lamb. Edited by Dylan Whitehead. Starring Jack Austin as John, Nick Engelhard as Chase, Ariel Zadok as Liz, Robert M. Lamb as Anders, Jose Caraballo as Isaac. Co-starring Mark Gooch, Brian Messick, Ryan Grosjean, Brett Wilkins, April Cadmus Marsh, Willis Harris, Megan Austin, and Ray Rojas. Music provided by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com and Dylan Mixer at dmixmusic.com. If you enjoy this podcast, don't forget to rate and review on iTunes. This has been a 7 Lamb production.